We're back, everybody. And as you can see, we got some fucking intakes. And yeah, I'm about to hook up some fucking intakes to this bitch. And yeah, we'll see how it sounds after. I'll also show you how to hook it up and how to take everything apart. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's go. First things first, you want to grab a flathead of some sort and pop all these clips out. So sorry if you guys hear anything in the background. My boys are working on their clutch, recording a video. I don't have my metas, they're at home, but either way, you want to take these out. Bam. So once you take all of those out, you want to keep them on the side. I usually keep them right here. Okay, so right after that, you want to just pull this off. It should pull off really easy. After you take off that big piece right there, you want to just pull this up. Literally just click pull. And you're going to do that down the line like that. And it should pop everything out. I'm not even going to pop it out completely from over there, because all you need is just to move it over so you can get that bolt. Same thing on this side. Grab it from here. And just pull up pretty hard. And bam, it reveals the tab right there. Okay, so then you want to grab a 10 mil and some kind of gun or anything to make it quicker. You don't need a gun, but then you want to unscrew that. Both of those should pop out. And that side, same thing on this side, same exact thing. Bam. Pull this back. That. And pop those two out. What you want to do is unclip these and then wiggle this and pull up. Everything should come out in one piece. I'm gonna pop out your MAF sensor and the clip right here. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Do that 0.5 so you guys can have a better look of what I'm doing. So right here, there's the clip. I'm gonna pull on that clip and push out. Push against it with the flathead and pull out at the same time. Bam. Now this pops out. When you pop it out of there, and right at the bottom, same thing. It's very simple. You push on this part right here. Push in, then pull out. Push in, then out. That's a mechanic trick. Then you can have this sit by itself up here. I put it right here. Sorry, my finger was in the way. You put it right here just to hold and hang on there while you now pull out this. Now, for this, you would think this is on the driver's side. This is on the driver's side only. When you get rid of half of the box, this should be able to move. So just pull it forward, and that's your turbo right here. Let me zoom in. That is your turbo. Your turbo is right here. So this clip right here, it makes it so much easier. You don't have to pop these things out or anything. You can literally just take out that. So that's one flathead or an 8mm. I'm quite sure it's an 8mm. I will go ahead and test it out for the other side, and I'll let you know when I'm at the other side. But for right now, you could literally fit a flathead as big as this, straight down like that, and just twist. Sorry, I'm using my left hand, so it's kind of hard. There you go. Should be very easy. So you just twist, focus, there you go. I'm gonna push it in and just twist until it's loose. Once it's loose, I think it should be loose enough right here. Once it's loose enough, you should be able just to wiggle this and wiggle it from here. Okay, it needs a little bit more. It needs a little bit more right here, and you could just twist And then right after you think it's loose enough, go ahead and just give it a tug. Bam, you wiggle and it's out. Bam, that's one intake out. The passenger side is usually horrendous. It's very, very hard to do the passenger side. And you guys will see that in a little bit. And yes, we'll take that MAF sensor and transfer it over to the new one before we do the new one. Now, you want to also, while you're at it, check your turbos. How do you check your turbos? You go in like this, and let me grab a light. To check your turbos, you grab a light, you push it, you point it inside, and you show with your camera like this. My turbos are straight mint. You see that?
Look how dirty this fuck is.
They're mint. If you see a little puddle or anything there, you don't have to worry too much if it's a mini puddle. It could be early signs that a seal or the turbos are going out, but don't be so scared of it, only because my 2018 Q60 Red Sport, the red one, had the same problem. I had a little puddle when I was doing my intakes, and that car ended up lasting me for 3 years down the line. The turbos never failed. So don't worry too much about it. But now if it's covered everywhere, then you do want to worry just a little bit, or check your turbos, spin them, see if you can hear anything, hear if the bearing itself is bad. How you do that, you could just, like I said, you have a light, you have something down there, and you could literally stick your finger in there and literally feel it. Make sure the car is cooled while you do that. But yeah, so this turbo looks completely perfectly fine. Okay, so now on this side, we got the driver's side out. All right, now on this side, it's the same exact thing. You pop the clips, pull this front part, and you wiggle up. This will all fall out instantly. Okay, so once you do that, leave it on the side. Dirty ass filter. Okay, so once you do that, same thing as last time, you want to pop this out, the MAF sensor, you want to pop that out from here and from here. So same thing, I'll show you guys how to do it. On this side of it, you see the two tabs part? See the two tabs right there and right there? You want to push those in and pull up at the same time. So you want to stick your tool in there, push against the clip and pull up. Once you do that, you'll have one side clipped. Do the opposite side. Right here. Yeah. Once it comes, it'll come out. Then you want to take care of the part below. Push the clip in and then push out. Usually use something to wiggle it out, to help you wiggle. There you go. And there you go, pop straight out. Then you want to keep that on the side. And once you do that, you should have access. If you see down here, there is the bolt. Let me zoom in for you guys. There.
Where was your box before?
Right here with the yellow on it. Kind of having a hard time focusing. Bam, right there. That yellow tip right there is an 8mm bolt, and I'll show you how to take it out, just so you can take this out as one whole piece. It makes it so much easier than taking the retaining clips out and everything. So let me go ahead and grab the tool for it. Okay, so you want to fish it through there. Slowly. Bam. just like that. The little contraption works. The same thing as the other side. Just wiggle it, pull, and bam, there you go. That's how you get the passenger side out as well. The easy way, if you have the things available to you. Like I said, I used a 1/4 inch. You could use 3/8 if you have 3/8. But I used a 1/4 inch electric ratchet. Let me see how long this extension is. Pretty long. I used this long extension, and then a little shorter than that, and then a swivel 8mm 1/4 inch as well. Swivel. So grab a set of pliers. Put them right here. Put them right here, and pull that up. So once you move that, you can then just pull this straight out. Bam. Same thing as the other side. You want to check the turbo, because I did just see oil. Light on. Zoom in here. And bam. As you can see, from the turbo, it looks perfectly fine. There's a little bit of new oil on there, but that's not so big of a deal. A little bit of oil does not matter too much. And I'll still update you guys through my journey, and you'll see if my turbos ever go out. If my turbos ever go out, I would let you guys know. I'll show you guys everything. So it's not something you really need to like deal with too much. Okay. So now we're gonna go put them on. This obviously goes on this side because it goes with that. You want to also take that little nib off. This nib needs to go part of that. So I'm gonna move it over and then get back to you guys. All right, and we're back. So I know I didn't record this part because it was genuinely a pain in the fucking ass to get that in. I got it in from there, and I moved over the piece from here, and I tightened it on with the clamp, the OEM clamp that it comes with. Now I'm gonna just put in the cup. Mine is back a little bit through shipping. I already recorded it, but I mean, I'm gonna push this in and bolt it up. This actually needs to be this way because the map sensor comes from there. So yeah, I'm gonna move the map sensor over right now and then push it in, tighten it down, and then we'll resume from there. And then I'll actually build it up with the actual intake itself. And then the whole other side we'll do together, full video through. So yeah, I'll transfer over the map sensor, tighten it down, and then just push this in, and I'll start recording when I push that back in. Okay, so I'm moving it over right now, and something I wanted to point out. This only goes one direction, so it doesn't fit the other direction. So if I flipped it, it doesn't fit. Also, this arrow right here, that means that goes downward into the intake. So this has to go this way, okay? This has to go this way in, okay? And then the intake sits on top. So just so you guys know that. So here's a glimpse of how it looks on the second one. So this is it. I'm gonna use, bro, I'm trying to prop it up. Okay, so. So, like I was saying, with this one, on this one, I'll show you. If I slip it in this way, it fits perfectly, okay? But if I flip it, the bolt holes don't line up, okay? They don't line up at all. So, you're gonna flip this, and the arrow down means it goes straight into the lower part of the intake, into that boot, which then leads it straight into the turbo. So now, after you tighten it down like that, I mean, once you put it in like that, you're gonna grab whatever your tool is. By the way, these bolts are a 7mm. I'm using a 7mm quarter inch ratchet, electric ratchet. Just go until tight, nothing crazy. Once it's done, it's done. This is the other side, so I'm gonna put that on the other side. This is this side right here. So, same thing. Same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it. Okay. Once you do that, you should be all set. And now we can look straight down. Let me bend this down. Okay. So from there, you want this towards the back, arrow downwards. And this needs to go towards the back. So these usually should be pretty easy to slip on. If not, put a little bit of grease, put a little bit of something. I'm gonna put the grease. Okay, I put in some PB Blaster on it. I'll push like the excess that was on my finger in there. And this should just slip in pretty easy. This one might not be, oh, there you go, easy. Once it slips in, push it all the way down. It should seat perfectly. You want to also make sure it's pointing a little sideways so that this part right here on the back can get plugged in perfectly. So then right after that, you grab your intake, and the intake already comes with one of these pre-installed. So, oh, almost missed. Almost forgot part. I forgot this. So pull this back out. So make sure you have your clamp on, because I just forgot that. But yeah, some grease, some oil, some anything. This is PB Blaster, WD-40 basically. So I'm gonna slip it in and just wiggle. Okay. Make sure it's seated properly. And then lift this part up. Okay. And once it's right at where you would like it, aka like basically around the top end of this, you want to start tightening it. So let me grab my 8mm. Okay, got my 8mm. Hopefully it doesn't move. Full blown, just pull that. Now it shouldn't move at all. And yeah, you should be good with that part. Now, last but not least, put the beautiful intake by slipping it on the top. Put this just straight down so it can just sit. And then you want to put the intake right on top of it. Put a little bit of PB Blaster or WD-40, any type of grease or oil. I want to rub that around with my finger. Okay, and if I rub it on this, on the outside and the inside. Okay. And then you want to go ahead and pull it over and push it in. Let me get this socket on my hand. Okay. There you go. Once it's seated, move that over to the side like that. I don't know if you can even see it. Right there. Move that to where you need it. And just straight tighten it. Tighten it. Should be pretty tight. You shouldn't really be able to pull it out. So And yeah, it's good. So this side is all done. Looks pretty sick. And yeah, now we'll move on to this side. All right, guys, so let's finish this side over here. So this is the driver's side. We are gonna go ahead and I already have this tightened from before. You guys already seen me tighten this. I'm gonna just try to go ahead and put this on. And I'm gonna put this on. And PB blast, anything. You spray the outside of this. Coat the inside of this. And just pop this in there. Okay, so like I was saying, go ahead and push this in. You do need that loosened a little bit, actually. Okay, so now we could just push this straight in. There you go. Should fit flush. And you want to just turn it like that. And make sure this part right here is upwards like how it was before. Actually, you know what? Can you pull it off and put it back on? It's actually really simple to put on and off. So I'll do that. Push it in. Let's see if you guys can see that though. It is a little off. There you go. Okay. So up and down. And then now it is on perfectly. And you want to take your big flat head again, or anything you have. Okay, so tighten it. After that, you shouldn't be able to pull off, which is good. Now we go ahead and do the other pieces. Remember, arrow down. Let's push it in. Okay, so PB blaster on it. Don't forget also PB blaster. Okay, PB blaster. Once you put that in, you want to go ahead and put the clamp up and tighten it. Once it's in, it's good. All right, now last but not least, put the top, throw some PB blaster on there, and just try to plop it on. Like that, plops on, easy as that. You just tighten it, it's right there. I'm gonna tighten it. And just push it to the side so I can see. Okay, it's all good. That's the intakes. Okay, and that's how the intakes look.
I thought I told you time and time again that we won't stop.